This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
And welcome to WLCS TV 20. Today we will bring you 8th grade boys basketball between the General Johnnie Wilson Eagles and the Longfellow Longhorns. Rob Polinsky here with you on a Monday afternoon from Longfellow Junior High. This is the final game of the season between these two teams. Very good 8th grade basketball teams. Longfellow coached by Markel Young, first-year head coach. His team 11-2 overall. And for General Johnnie Wilson, John Winborn in his first year, they are 12-2 overall. Game number one between these two teams was over at Longfellow. General Johnnie Wilson won it in overtime 44-38. And game number two over at General Johnnie Wilson, Longfellow turned the trick and they defeated General Johnnie Wilson 45-39. Starting lineups for Longfellow, it'll be Jamar Ross at guard. Elijah Moore will be the point guard. Maurice Glindsey will be a small forward. Isaiah Butler in the post, and Raekwon Smith is the power forward. For General Johnnie Wilson, Kevin Davis will run the point. DeAndre Lucene will be a guard. Forwards, Dejon Brown and Robert Davis, and the man in the middle is Jeremiah Hawthorne. Larry Reardon and Mark Novak are our two officials for today's game. Glad you could join us on WLCS TV 20.
Brittany, what are you reading?
The History of Lorain City Schools. It's a pretty interesting book. You should read it.
What a wonderful idea. I think I will too.
Hey, what's good, y'all?
Shh.
Wow, I just want to know what y'all were reading. Oh, the History of Lorain City Schools?
Johnny, I'm really starting for this book.
You too? I thought it was just me.
Hey, what are you guys doing? This is the library.
But Killian,
Sit down
you
already.
don't understand.
Yeah, it's this book, Titan Enterprise wrote on Lorain City Schools. It just makes you want to dance.
Just read it.
You're right.
What's going on in here? Don't you know this is a library?
I said the same thing.
It's the book.
Just read it. Just read it.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So that's how you drop
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Nip it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it.
Longfellow is in the white uniforms and General Johnnie Wilson in the dark. So General Johnnie Wilson, those dark blue uniforms, and they are in dark blue jerseys, dark blue shorts, trimmed in white. And for Longfellow, they are the other way. They have the white jerseys, white shorts, and they are trimmed in blue. Rob Polinsky here with our video man Bob Schlembaker, and we are underway. Longfellow wins the tap. Elijah Moore with the basketball. Man-to-man defense for General Johnnie Wilson to begin the ball game. Pass on the right wing to Raekwon Smith. Inside to Butler. Butler missed the shot. And a rebound comes down to Jeremiah Hawthorne of General Johnnie Wilson. He's going to hand it off to Kevin Davis. And the point man for General Johnnie Wilson drives in and has a shot blocked by Isaiah Butler. They clear it ahead. The layup is too strong by Maurice Glindsey. And it'll be General Johnnie Wilson basketball. Just underway, final 8th grade game of the year, boys basketball between General Johnnie Wilson and Longfellow's 8th graders. Dejon Brown on the three-point line to DeAndre Lucene. Lucene back on the left wing to Brown. Brown with his pass inside, knocked out of bounds, and what's Mark Novak going to tell us? It's going to stay with General Johnnie Wilson. Again, Mark Novak, Larry Reardon, two officials with a lot of varsity experience here down here tonight. Shot goes up, no good. The return is up and in. And with the first points of the game is Dejon Brown of General Johnnie Wilson. Elijah Moore with the basketball for Longfellow. Moore will get it to Jamar Ross. Around the perimeter, three in the air. It's up and in. And Raekwon Smith from downtown. And Longfellow gets their first points of the ball game. They lead it 3-2, 4:45 to go in quarter number one. Again, these two teams split during the regular season. Driving to the basket, missing the shot is Dejon Brown. And a rebound comes down to Longfellow. With it penetrating, nice pass inside. With a good pass was Elijah Moore that went off of a Longfellow Longhorn and out of bounds to General Johnnie Wilson. Kevin Davis with the basketball, left-hand dribble for Johnny Wilson. You see him bring it across the timeline. Pass on the left wing to Dejon Brown. Brown trying to get around Butler, cannot do so. Pass out of bounds, it'll go back to Longfellow. 4:15 to go in the first quarter, 3-2 our score. Longfellow out in front. Bob Polinsky along with Bob Schlembaker. Glad to be here with you this afternoon from Longfellow Junior High. Shot in the corner, it's up and in. A 15-footer, Maurice Glindsey. And Longfellow leads it 5-2. Kevin Davis with the basketball. Davis at the foul line, steps back, lets it fly, and he hit. Nice move by Kevin Davis. You saw him fake the penetration, pull it back outside, and hit the 17-footer. 5-4. Longfellow with a 1-point lead. They dump it into Butler. He puts it up off the rim a couple of times, no good. Got his own rebound and scored. Isaiah Butler from Elijah Moore, and it's 7-4. Longfellow's lead is 3. Pretty good talent level down here at this 8th grade level with these two teams. Of course, they'll merge, become freshmen next year for the Lorain Titans. A lot of talent will be going on that freshman team. I can tell that already. Larry Reardon says there's a traveling violation on Jeremiah Hawthorne. Give the ball back to Longfellow. Elijah Moore will get it across the midcourt stripe, and he'll hand it off to Jamar Ross. Ross with a pass on the right wing for Raekwon Smith. He's made 1 3, he's made 2 threes. Raekwon Smith from downtown. And Longfellow up 10-4, thanks to 2 3-point field goals by Raekwon Smith. Nice pass inside, laying it up and in is Dejon Brown on the assist from Kevin Davis. Behind the back with a dribble is Elijah Moore. Moore will get it to Jamar Ross. Ross penetrates, left it for Butler. Butler inside to turn around. It's right there and in. Fast pace, well played, good shooting, and they're getting good shots. 12-6, Longfellow out in front of General Johnnie Wilson. Defenses need to step up a bit. On the left wing, Dejon Brown has it. Brown inside the 3-point line. Now we'll pull it back out. They'll reset the offense to DeAndre Lusain. Lusain hands it off to Kevin Davis. Davis trying to get around Brown. We got a whistle and a holding foul on Elijah Moore. First substitution into the game, Najee McCall coming in for General Johnnie Wilson, wears number 1, and he is going to replace DeAndre Lusain. Kevin Davis to inbound, triggers it in. Got it to Jeremiah Hawthorne. Hawthorne in the paint, let it fly, no good. Maurice Glindsey gets the rebound for Longfellow. To Elijah Moore in the corner, Raekwon Smith. Now he'll get it into Butler. Butler off the glass and in. That's a nice inside-outside combination with Smith and Butler. And it's 14-6, Longfellow by 8. Their biggest lead of the first quarter. Kevin Davis on the drive in the paint, threw it up off the rim, and it went in. 14-8. Both teams getting up and down this small court here at Longfellow. Running, putting it off the glass and rim, missing is Elijah Moore. Rebound to Raekwon Smith of Longfellow. Got it to Butler. Butler easily lays it up and in. Markel Young, first-year head coach of Longfellow. John Wilborn, first-year head coach at General Johnnie Wilson. Jump shot in the air, no good by Brown. And it's run down in the corner by Glindsey of Longfellow. Longfellow has doubled up General Johnnie Wilson 16-8 in the early going. A right wing 3. Raekwon Smith misses his first 3. Offensive rebound though on the backside, and Glindsey put it up and in. And it's 18-8. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor for General Johnnie Wilson. We'll just keep it here with 1:02 to go in the first quarter. It is General Johnnie Wilson 18, it's Longfellow 18, General Johnnie Wilson 8. Again, Larry Reardon, Mark Novak, you see him right there. Reardon is the one with the ball in his left hand. He and Novak have a little chit-chat. 2 referees that have an awful lot of varsity boys basketball experience, and 2 of the better referees in the area. If you want to know what's the difference between Larry and Mark, Larry's bald spot is bigger in the back of his head than Mark's is. Bob Schlembaker with us today, the slimmed down version of Mr. Schlembaker, looking good. As he's here on the camera work, filling in for Joe Bach, who we understand is a little under the weather. Hopefully Joe is getting better. Jeremiah Hawthorne to inbound, gets it to Kevin Davis. You see Davis with a left-hand dribble. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. To Najee McCall, back to Davis. Davis left wing had a shot blocked by Elijah Moore, and Isaiah Butler will get it. Butler for Moore, intercepted by Davis, but out of bounds, back to Longfellow. So for Longfellow to inbound is Raekwon Smith. Smith inbounds to Jamar Ross. Ross with the basketball, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lob for Isaiah Butler. Butler inside, twist and turn, no, got it back, tries it again, put it up, off the rim and in. Isaiah Butler with a big first quarter, and it's 20-8, Longfellow out in front. With the basketball, top of the key is Dejon Brown. Brown with his pass that is going to go off the hands of Davis and out of bounds. Longfellow basketball with 18 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Play 6-minute quarters, and Longfellow's got 20. They're going to lob it in for Butler. Butler gets around the double team. Reverse layup. Nice left-handed reverse layup. Isaiah Butler, and it's 22-8. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Davis across the timeline. Davis gets it off top of the key. No good. We have played 1 quarter of basketball from Longfellow Junior High. Our score, 8th grade boys basketball. It's Longfellow 22, General Johnnie Wilson 8. We'll be back with more basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
I love the concept of mentoring because you're really able to make a difference in the life of one young person.
My mentor is a role model for me. She told me about all the opportunities that there is in life.
She has transformed into an amazing young woman, and I feel so fortunate to be a part of that. I think a mentor can really open the eyes of a young person to all the possibilities that are out there for them if they just go after their dreams.
So get involved and do your part. Invest in the future. Mentor a child.
And welcome back to Longfellow as 8th grade basketball. Kevin Davis with it. General Johnnie Wilson with the ball. They're down 14. A lot of work to do. 22-8 as we begin the second quarter. Davis gets it on the left wing to Robert Davis, and Davis traveled. So we got Kevin and Robert Davis out there, along with Najee McCall. Also into the game is Jeremiah Hawthorne and Kenny Washington for the first time for General Johnnie Wilson to begin the second quarter. There's a steal by Najee McCall. McCall into the forecourt, had his pocket picked by Elijah Moore. Moore's going to drive, scoop it up, no good. Butler with a rebound. Butler turn around, put it up, no good. Butler again, put it up, no, and a whistle and a foul. For Longfellow, they've got Butler, Moore, also out there, Raekwon Smith, Maurice Glindsey, and Jamar Ross to start the second quarter. Butler, left-handed free throw shooter, no good. A tall young man for an 8th grader. Isaiah Butler, starting post player for Longfellow. Good form, put that up too strong though. They're both no good. And a rebound comes down to Robert Davis. He's going to pass ahead to Kevin Davis. Davis on the left side. Davis pulls it back out. Spins around his defender Elijah Moore. Still with a dribble. Davis at the foul line. Davis to the paint. Davis put it up. No, but he was fouled. And you're going to see Kevin Davis go to the line for 2. Kevin Davis at the line for 2. First one up, no good. 5:07 to go until intermission, 22-8. Longfellow out in front of General Johnnie Wilson. 8th grade boys basketball this afternoon on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Thanks for joining us today. And splitting the pair of free throws is Kevin Davis. Makes it 22-9, Longfellow. Longfellow in white, General Johnnie Wilson in dark. They get a steal, Davis put it up, no, but he's fouled. So Kevin Davis will go right back to the free throw line as Larry Reardon tells us that the guilty party was Jamar Ross. Free throw, it's up off the back of the rim twice, no good. Kevin Davis again tries to split the pair, puts it up and in. Makes it 22-10. And checking in for Longfellow will be Donovan Anderson. Inbounding Raekwon Smith, full court pressure. Smith gets it into Elijah Moore, and Elijah Moore traveled. I'm sorry, that is Donovan Anderson who just checked in. Donovan Anderson on the travel. Give the ball back to General Johnnie Wilson. Inbound is knocked away, loose on the floor, and it's going to be stolen by Anderson. His pass to Julian Walker. Walker into the game for the first time to Butler. Butler laid it up and in. 24-10. The Longfellow lead is 14. Kevin Davis has it on the three-point line. Davis backs it back out. Davis with a dribble. Davis in between the legs. Gets it outside on the left wing to Robert Davis. Robert and Kevin Davis play catch. Robert Davis launches a 15-footer, no good, and Isaiah Butler for Longfellow with a rebound. Butler into the forecourt, gets it to Raekwon Smith, who's hit 2 threes, and Mark Novak says, Raekwon, you just traveled, young man. Dejon Brown in for General Johnnie Wilson. With the basketball, Kevin Davis, his team down 24-10. Davis around his man, put it up, no, but he's going right back to the line. While Kevin Davis is quick, he penetrates, gets around defenders, and draws fouls. So Davis at the line for 2, 4:16 to go in the first half. Free throw up and in. Makes it 24-11. Longfellow still with the lead, but General Johnnie Wilson with 3 free throws this quarter. Davis again, put it up, that one no good. Rebound fought for, and it will come down to Dejon Brown. Brown will get it to Jeremiah Hawthorne. Hawthorne to Najon McCall, and Najee McCall will get it ahead to Dejon Brown. Cross court, Kevin Davis. Davis with the basketball. Top of the key to Brown. He'll get it right back to Kevin Davis. 3:50 to go in the half. Davis double team, gets rid of it. Penetrating, putting it up. We're going to get a whistle on a foul. And going to the line will be DeAndre Lucene. Foul on Isaiah Butler. This is turning into a bit of a foul fest here in the second quarter. Missing the free throw is DeAndre Lucene. Let's see if the young man can make 1 out of 2. He does. And it's 24-12. 3:45 to go in the first half. In the backcourt, Jamar Ross gets around the defenders all the way to the hole, laid it up. No, and guess what? 2 more free throws. Foul on Dejon Brown, and at the line for 2 is Jamar Ross. Ross line right, put it up and in. 25-12. Longfellow out in front. Second free throw up and in. 26-12. Kevin Davis has it. Davis into the forecourt. Davis on the left wing. 3 goes up in the air. It's up and in. DeAndre Lucene put it in. Cuts the lead to 11 at 26-15. So General Johnnie Wilson has outscored Longfellow 7-4 this quarter. On the dribble, Jamar Ross. Ross gets it in the corner to Raekwon Smith. Smith for 3, in and out. Offensive rebound back up, no, but a foul, and Julian Walker had that rebound. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Walker line right. Off the back of the rim twice, no good. Julian Walker trying to make 1 out of 2. 26-15, Longfellow leads by 11. 3:15 to go in quarter number 2. Rob Polinsky live with you from Longfellow as we have junior high basketball today on WLCS TV 20. Julian Walker made 1 out of 2. It's 27-15. Bob Schlumbaker is doing all the video work for us today. He fills in for Joe Bach, who's been ailing. Hopefully Joe will be feeling better. Jump shot goes up, no good. The return is back up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Isaiah Butler for Longfellow. That's Isaiah with the basketball. You see him go behind the back with a dribble, trying to get around his man. Does so, laid it up, nobody traveled. It will be Kevin Davis with the basketball. 2:50 to go in the half. Gets it to Lorain, who's on the three-point line. Back up top to Najee McCall. McCall with a dribble. He's going to hand it off to Kevin Davis. Davis in between the circles. Going to break down his man, go to the hole, lay it up and in. Kevin Davis with 2 more points. And it's 27-17. Elijah Moore with it. Moore on the dribble, poke checked away. Donovan Anderson runs it down. It's stolen away by Kevin Davis. Davis into the forecourt, 2-on-1, lays it up. Nobody was fouled. Kevin Davis has been impressive in the second quarter. Foul on Elijah Moore. Kevin Davis for Johnny Wilson back at the line. Missed that one. Checking in for Longfellow, Marquise Reddick. So Marquise Reddick into the game for the first time, and taking the seat will be Raekwon Smith. So Coach Markel Young is going to bring Jamar Ross back into the ball game. Jamar Ross gets in. And he'll come in for Elijah Moore. Free throw, missed them both. Offensive rebound, back up and in. Dejon Brown with a rebound in to put back. General Johnnie Wilson within 8. 27-19, 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's been a good first half. 8th grade basketball from Longfellow. Butler has it. Butler put to the paint, off the glass and in. 29-19, Isaiah Butler with a heck of a first half. He's in double digits. Into the forecourt, Kevin Davis. You see Davis pass it off to DeAndre Lorain. Lorain had it poked away, stolen away by Julian Walker to Donovan Anderson. Anderson right back to Isaiah Butler. Butler will put up an 8-footer and hit. Isaiah Butler's big first half continues, and it's 31-19. Kevin Davis is going to go all the way to the hole. Butler with the block, but we got a whistle and a foul. Foul on Jamar Ross. Kevin Davis right back to the line for 2. He shot an awful lot of free throws this quarter. You see Davis's free throw go up and in, 31-20. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound out of bounds to Longfellow. Full court pressure by General Johnnie Wilson. Longfellow will inbound it to Maurice Glindsey. Glindsey with the basketball. Glindsey into the forecourt. Glindsey with a pass for Isaiah Butler. Butler put it up, no good. And a rebound gets ahead to DeAndre Lorain. Lorain other end, put it up, no, but he was fouled. Stops the clock with 1:05 to go in the half. Lorain, line drive, no good. DeAndre Lorain, let's see if he can make 1 out of 2 today. Guard for General Johnnie Wilson. Missed that one off the front of the rim. Rebound, Butler. Butler with a rebound. Butler into the forecourt. Butler gets around his defender. Now he'll pull it back out and hand it off to the point guard, Donovan Anderson. Anderson with a lob for Butler, double team, ball loose on the floor. Butler picked it back up, then they lost it again, and DeAndre Lorain has it. Lorain's pass for Robert Davis. Davis had a shot blocked out of bounds by Maurice Glindsey. So with 43 seconds to go in the half, Davis to inbound. Robert Davis gets the ball from official Larry Reardon and inbounds it to Najee McCall for three off the glass and in. Najee McCall from downtown. 31-23 and a whistle and out of bounds off of Longfellow. It'll be back to General Johnnie Wilson. So General Johnnie Wilson with a good second quarter. They have cut the 14-point lead down to 8. Remember, these two teams have split their regular season games so far. This is the third and final meeting. General Johnnie Wilson at 12-2, Longfellow 11-2, both outstanding records. Lorain driving in. Lorain had his shot blocked by Butler. Back outside to McCall. McCall got it to Kevin Davis. 12 seconds to go in the half. Davis goes to the backcourt to get it. Davis back into the forecourt. He'll throw it up. No, and a whistle and a foul. And I think it's an offensive foul on Davis. It is. 7.1 to go. Longfellow to inbound from three-quarters court with 7 seconds to go. They lead by 8. They get it to Butler. Butler in the backcourt. 5 seconds to go in the half. Butler carried the ball. Turnover. Give it back to General Johnnie Wilson with 2.4 to go. Inbounding the basketball will be Robert Davis. Nope. They change on me. It'll be DeAndre Lorain. Lorain back to Kevin Davis. Davis dribbling in. Davis at the foul line. Got it off. No good. Our score after one half of basketball. It is Longfellow 31. General Johnnie Wilson 23. And we'll be back with the second half for you right after this timeout. You're watching 8th grade boys basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Welcome back. Start of the second half. It'll be Longfellow with the basketball to begin half number 2. Again, Longfellow in the white uniforms and General Johnnie Wilson in the dark. Longfellow ahead 31-23. They led after one, 22-8. General Johnnie Wilson with a nice second quarter, outscoring Longfellow 15-9 to cut the lead down to 8 points. Scoring by in the first half for Longfellow, Jamar Ross with 2, Maurice Glindsey with 1. There's a shot in the corner, no good. Julian Walker had 1. Isaiah Butler led everybody with 18, and Raekwon Smith had 6. Get to the General Johnnie Wilson numbers in a minute. Driving, putting it up, no good, is Kevin Davis. And on the rebound, it is stolen away by Dejon Brown. Put it up and in. Scoring in the first half for General Johnnie Wilson, Kevin Davis with 10, Najon McCall with 3, DeAndre Lorain with 4, Dejon Brown with 6. 31-25, start of the third quarter. Into Isaiah Butler. Butler put it up, no good, partially blocked. They fight for the rebound, and it comes down. They get it to Moore. He put it up and in. Elijah Moore, his first 2 points of the game, and it's 33-25. Longfellow by 8. Jumper goes up. It's off the rim, no good by Kevin Davis, and the rebound is run down by Raekwon Smith. Smith will hand it off to Jamar Ross. Back to Raekwon Smith for 3, off the rim, no good. Isaiah Butler inside for the rebound, put it up and in. Isaiah Butler with 20. 35-25, third quarter, 4.5 minutes to play in the third. We're at Longfellow Middle School, 8th grade basketball. General Johnnie Wilson, Longfellow meeting for the third time this year, and the final team each team has won once. 3 in the air, no good by Robert Davis. Offensive rebound back up, no, and it's out of bounds. It will go to Longfellow. For Longfellow, Maurice Glindsey, Raekwon Smith, Isaiah Butler, Elijah Moore, and Jamar Ross are on the floor. For General Johnnie Wilson, Kevin Davis, DeAndre Lorain, Dejon Brown, Jeremiah Hawthorne, and Robert Davis on the floor. Mark Novak with a whistle and calls the foul. And it will be General Johnnie Wilson basketball. Inbounding will be Robert Davis. And we have a substitution coming into the game for Longfellow. It'll be Joseph Gonzalez in for Jamar Ross. 4:03 to play in the third, 35-25. Longfellow's lead is 10. They led by 14 after one. On the three-point line with the basketball is DeAndre Lusain, back up to Kevin Davis. Davis has it. Davis on the three-point line. Davis will launch a long one and hit it. Kevin Davis for three. And it is 35-28. Other end, we get a whistle and a turnover. Losing it out of bounds was Isaiah Butler. So General Johnnie Wilson with the basketball, trailing by 7. Want to congratulate the 7th graders from Longfellow. I was told at halftime that the 7th graders from Longfellow, the Longhorns, went undefeated for the first time in school history, finished 13-0. Congratulations to them. 3 in the air by Davis, no good. And the rebound comes down to Butler. Butler gets it out in the corner, Raekwon Smith. Smith with a bounce pass inside, it's stolen away. And the steal comes out to General Johnnie Wilson's Kevin Davis with it. Davis off the glass and in. 35-30, 3 minutes to go in the third. They throw it long for Butler. Butler's not going to run it down. It's too far out of bounds. Give the ball back to General Johnnie Wilson. And we're going to get a whistle and a timeout for Longfellow. Markel Young, first-year head coach, calls timeout. As the two teams go to their huddles, there you see Bob Schlembaker taking a shot of the huddle of General Johnnie Wilson. The Eagles with Coach Winborn. Boy, a good middle 2 quarters so far for General Johnnie Wilson. They have outscored at Longfellow 22-13 since the end of the first quarter. Longfellow jumped out to a 22-8 lead after one, but General Johnnie Wilson doing a good job of coming back in this basketball game, and they have cut the lead to 5 with 2:58 to go in the third quarter. Larry Reardon, Mark Novak, our two officials here today. Again, two longtime varsity officials down here doing this 8th grade game. Good to see them here today. And it's going to be Kevin Davis to inbound for General Johnnie Wilson. His team trails by just 5. The inbound, they get it inside. Shot goes up and in by Robert Davis. Kevin Davis to Robert Davis. Made the basket, 35-32. Longfellow lead is 3 with a basketball, Glindsey. Glindsey turns around, gets it to Elijah Moore. Moore with a lob for Butler. Butler inside, turns around, laid it up and in. Isaiah Butler makes it a 5-point lead, 37-32. Kevin Davis at the foul line, penetrates, put it up, no good. Rebound Butler. Butler with a long outlet pass that is run down in the corner, but Glindsey traveled before he could get rid of it. Glindsey did a great job of hustling and getting to the basketball, but he ran so far that he couldn't stop, and he traveled. So Davis will race into the forecourt. Davis quickly around Moore, wraparound pass a little too hard, running it back down and putting it up is Dejon Brown. 8th grade basketball today from Longfellow. With a basketball, Glindsey into the forecourt, got it to Moore. 2 minutes to go in the third. Into Butler. Butler put it up, nobody's fouled. Both teams really getting up and down the floor. That foul is going to go on Jeremiah Hawthorne. And it'll be Isaiah Butler at the line for 2. The lefty puts up the free throw and in. Makes it 38-34. Longfellow lead is 4 with 2:02 to go in quarter number 3. Looks like what we're going to have is a heck of a finish here. A great fourth quarter. Butler's second free throw no good, and the rebound is ripped down by Dejon Brown. Brown will quickly get it into the forecourt to Lusain. DeAndre Lusain picks up his dribble, got to find a teammate. Does so, and now we're going to get a whistle and a tie up, and it will be out of bounds. I should say, alternating possession error will give it to General Johnnie Wilson. The basketball is Davis. Davis has it on the three-point line. Davis gets it out. Shot goes up, no good by Dejon Brown. And a rebound comes down to Isaiah Butler. Butler with the basketball. Hands it off to Raekwon Smith. He's made a couple of threes in the first half, missed that one. And a rebound is Kevin Davis. Davis with his shot. His pass, and then the shot is blocked. Ball picked up by Kevin Davis. His pass is going to be stolen away by Maurice Glindsey. Minute 20 to go in the third. They get it to Butler. Butler inside. Butler put it up, no good. Offensive rebound. Glindsey's put it up and scored. 40-34. 1:05 to go in the third. Into the forecourt, Kevin Davis. Davis with the basketball. Davis on the left wing to Dejan Brown. Brown, 15-footer off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound. Falls in the hands of Isaiah Butler. Butler into the forecourt. Right-hand dribble for Butler. Picks up his dribble. Goes inside to Elijah Moore. Moore put it up and scored. I'm sorry, that's Joseph Gonzalez into the game. Joseph Gonzalez with that shot. And it's 42-34 with 30 seconds to go in the third. Up top, they go for the steal, and getting the basketball is Glindsey. Glindsey had to go off of his hand. Picked up by Gonzalez. Gonzalez cross-court pass, got it to Elijah Moore. Moore with 12 seconds to play. Driving, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. That foul on Robert Davis. Driving the basketball that time was Raekwon Smith. For General Johnnie Wilson, coming into the next opportunity is Najee McCall and Jalen Jennings. Inbounding is Raekwon Smith. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Elijah Moore with the basketball. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Kevin Davis goes for the steal. Moore will get it to Joseph Gonzalez. 2 seconds, one. He'll let it fly, and no good. 3 quarters in the books, our score. It's the Longfellow Longhorns 42. General Johnnie Wilson 34. You're listening and watching, I should say, 8th grade basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Lefebvre, and this is Johnny. We're working with Best Friends Animal Society to stop the suffering of millions of breeding dogs in puppy mills who supply puppies to pet stores. You can help too, by not adding to the demand for pet store puppies. When searching for your next best friend, do what I did. Adopt. Don't shop. Let a shelter dog like Johnny steal your heart.
Start of the fourth quarter, Longfellow with a basketball. Each team scored 11 points in the third, so it's 42-34 Longfellow as we begin the fourth quarter. Jamar Ross with the basketball. Ross with the bounce pass into Isaiah Butler, missed the shot. Rebound hauled down by Kenny Washington of General Johnnie Wilson. General Johnnie Wilson. Kenny Washington for that. Washington with the basketball. He'll pass it up top to Lorain. Lorain with it. Lorain will hand it off to Kevin Davis. Davis dribbling in. Davis kicks it back outside. Got it to Najee McCall. Back to DeAndre Lorain. Puts it up, no good. And a rebound, Raekwon Smith for Longfellow. Pass quickly ahead to Jamar Ross. He'll stop and put up a three, and he'll hit it. Jamar Ross hits a long one, and it's 45-34. 5:10 to go in the game. Longfellow led 22-8 after one. They've led the entire way. Dribbling in is Kevin Davis. Davis back outside. Dribbling with the basketball. DeAndre Lorain put it up, no good. Rebound, Isaiah Butler. Isaiah Butler has it, gets it across the midcourt stripe. Butler guarded closely by Kenny Washington. He'll hand it off to Jamar Ross. Ross to Elijah Moore. Moore with a pass cross court that's run down by Raekwon Smith. Smith will drive, dump it into Isaiah Butler, and Butler was fouled. We've got Jamar Ross, Elijah Moore, Isaiah Butler, Raekwon Smith, and Maurice Glindsey on the floor for Longfellow to begin the fourth quarter. Jalen Jennings, Kenny Washington, Kevin Davis, Najee McCall, and DeAndre Lorain on the floor for General Johnnie Wilson. Line left, free throw up and in. Makes it 46-34 Longfellow with 4:34 to go. General Johnnie Wilson with a couple of substitutions. Robert Davis and Dejan Brown back in. Coming out, Kenny Washington and Jalen Jennings. These two teams have split their regular season games. This is the third game and the rubber match between the two schools. Second free throw, no good. Raekwon Smith with a return is blocked. Raekwon Smith got it again, is blocked again. Great defense inside there by Dejan Brown with a couple of blocks. And here comes General Johnnie Wilson. Davis drives in, had his shot partially blocked. Gets it back. Now he's going to pull it back out and reset the offense. Penetrates, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Brown, no, but he was fouled. Butler with a foul, and Dejan Brown goes to the free throw line for General Johnnie Wilson. Brown had 6 in the first half. Line right. Brown puts the free throw up and good. 46-35. General Johnnie Wilson now trails by 11 with 4:15 to go in the fourth and final quarter. Second free throw up, off the rim, no. Rebound, Butler. Butler in the backcourt, gets it cross court to Jamar Ross. Ross will penetrate, put it up, yes, and he's fouled. Jamar Ross with an impressive move to the basket. Larry Reardon says the basket's good and a foul. So Ross will go to the line for 1. Again, we want to congratulate the 7th graders from Longfellow. They run undefeated at 13-0 this year. My understanding, it's the first time the 7th graders at Longfellow have been undefeated. So congratulations, guys, on your undefeated regular season. Free throw no good, and the rebound comes down to Dejan Brown of General Johnnie Wilson. Gets it to Kevin Davis. Davis on the three-point line. Davis dribbles in, put it up around the rim. You see it fall in, and we get a whistle and a timeout by Coach Winborn and General Johnnie Wilson. Time becoming a factor. 3:55 to go in a basketball game, 48-37. The Longfellow lead is 11. Rob Polinsky joined by our video man today, Bob Schlembaker. Thanks to Bob for coming out on this Monday afternoon to video the 8th grade basketball that we hope you're enjoying on WLCS TV 20. Again, we best wishes to Joe Bach, who is under the weather and back home ill. Hopefully Joe will be all right and back on his feet shortly. Understand he's under the weather. And Bob getting a shot of the good-sized crowd here at Longfellow Middle School today on the east side of Lorain. Just about set to get back underway. Larry Reardon, Mark Novak, the two gentlemen officiating this ball game. It'll be Longfellow basketball once we return to the floor. See General Johnnie Wilson in the dark uniforms, first one to break the huddle. In the white uniforms, that's the Longfellow 8th graders. And the trigger man on the inbounds will be Raekwon Smith. And he will inbound it to Jamar Ross. 3:50 to go in the basketball game. Longfellow with the ball, and they lead by 11. In the corner, Glindsey will let it fly, no good. They fight for the rebound, and it comes down to Dejan Brown of General Johnnie Wilson. His pass to Kevin Davis. Davis at the foul line. Davis drives up, put it up around the rim, and it fell off, but he was fouled. Stops the clock with 3:36 to go. Longfellow 11-2. General Johnnie Wilson 12-2. Both outstanding records. Free throw up and in. Again next year, both these teams, though, these 8th grades will merge into Lorain High School, play for the Titans. Davis made 1 out of 2, 48-38. And that should make for one very good freshman basketball team, I would think, just looking at these two teams here today. With the basketball, Jamar Ross. Ross with a bounce pass to Elijah Moore. Moore back up top for Jamar Ross. Ross has it outside the three-point line to Glindsey. Glindsey got it into Butler. Butler had a shot blocked from behind by Robert Davis. Ahead to Kevin Davis. Davis on the drive. Davis laid it up. Yes, and he's fouled. Kevin Davis with a basket and a foul. 48-40 with 3:10 to go. Kevin Davis to complete the three-point play. Davis free throw, around the ribbon out. Rebound out of bounds. And it will go over to Longfellow. So 48-40, the Longfellow lead is down to 8 as we are halfway through the fourth quarter. Jamar Ross with the basketball, lost it out of bounds, but it went off of a General Johnnie Wilson defender. So it'll be Longfellow to inbound. And they're going to get it inbounded. They'll lob it for Butler. Butler with the basketball. Butler in between the defenders, put it up, around the rim, no good. Rebound fought for, loose on the floor, and it will come out to Butler. Butler drives ahead, puts it up, no good. Got his own rebound, scored. I'm sorry, that was Raekwon Smith at first, and Butler got the rebound. 50-40, 2:40 to go. With the basketball in the corner, they're going to kick it outside. DeAndre Lucane for 3, off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, the pass back out for Lucane. It's loose on the floor, still fighting for it, and it's going to come down to General Johnnie Wilson. Driving and missing the easy layup. It's going to be Dejon Brown, and it's out of bounds. It'll be General Johnnie Wilson ball. Boy, Brown never saw that. He had a wide open Robert Davis underneath the hoop. Drove to the hole, laid it up, no good. Inbound, the runner in the lane is up and in by Robert Davis. 50-42. General Johnnie Wilson within 8 with 2:10 to go. Outside the three-point line, Smith for 3, missed it. Rebound, Butler underneath the hoop, laid it in. 52-42, 2 minutes to play. Kevin Davis with it. Davis is going to drive. Davis was bumped, and there's an offensive charge. It's Mark Novak. And the inbound comes to Jamar Ross. Ross with it, double teamed. Ross into the forecourt. Pass intercepted. Kevin Davis has it. Davis will pass to his teammate, laying it up and in is DeAndre Lucane on a nice assist from Kevin Davis. So General Johnnie Wilson within 8 at 52-44 with 1:35 to go in the basketball game. Maurice Glindsey. Glindsey with a pass for Butler. Butler went high to get it. Triple team, got it over to his teammate, Jamar Ross, who scored. Nice pass by Butler, realized he was triple team, found his open teammate. The lead is 10 for Longfellow. Shot goes up, no, but a whistle and a foul. And going to the line will be Kevin Davis. Davis at the line for 2. First free throw up, no good. Minute 18 to go in the game. General Johnnie Wilson within 10. Now they're down by 9 as they split the pair and they take a timeout. Final regular season basketball game for these two teams, these 8th grade teams. 54-45. Longfellow out in front by 9. So 54-45. Longfellow lead is 9 with 1:18 to go in this basketball game. Again, Longfellow led after 1, 22-8. General Johnnie Wilson started their comeback in the second quarter. They cut it to 8, 31-23 at half by outscoring Longfellow 15-9. Each team scored 11 points in the third quarter to make it 42-34 Longfellow after 3. And so far in the fourth quarter, Longfellow has outscored them 12-11. Inbounding the basketball will be Raekwon Smith. Smith will inbound it to Maurice Glindsey. Glindsey got it to Butler. Butler over to Elijah Moore. 6-footer right baseline, up and in. 56-45. 1:05 to go in the game. Kevin Davis into the forecourt. Davis will penetrate. Davis with a runner, put it up and in. 56-47 with under a minute to go in the game. Long outlet for Moore. Moore dumped it to Butler. Butler off the glass and scored. 58-47. Under 50 seconds to play. Davis stops. Now he's going to drive. The runner in the lane, no good. Rebound Isaiah Butler. Butler in the backcourt. Butler, they try to steal it from him. They can't do so. Outlet pass to Maurice Glindsey. Glindsey into the forecourt. Glindsey with a bounce pass. Shot goes up, no good by Jamar Ross, out of bounds. It'll stay with Longfellow as we're down to 32 seconds to go. Lindsay will inbound it. They dump it into Butler. Butler back outside to Joseph Gonzalez on the left wing. Lindsay with a jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, Butler back up, no good. Offensive rebound, Butler. The turnaround is up and in. Isaiah Butler's big game continues, and it's 60-47. 15 seconds to go. Kevin Davis all the way to the other end, put it up, no good. Offensive rebound, no, and a foul as Najee McCall will go to the free throw line for 2. McCall line right for 2. Najee with 3 points in the first half makes that free throw. Checking in for the Longfellow 8th graders will be Marquise Reddick, Deshaun Young, and Julian Walker. Najee McCall, see if he can make it 2 for 2 here. Second free throw up, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Julian Walker, and we get a whistle and a jump ball with 7 seconds to go. Arrow will give the ball to Longfellow. Inbounding will be Julian Walker. Walker looking for a teammate. Walker will inbound it to Jamar Ross. Ross in the backcourt will walk it across midcourt. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. He's going to dribble out the clock, and that will do it. Our final score from Longfellow today. The 8th graders from Longfellow win it 60-48 over General Johnnie Wilson. Longfellow goes to 12-2 overall on the season. And for General Johnnie Wilson and the loss, they will drop to 12-3. Scoring by quarters, Longfellow led after 1, 22-8. They led at half, 31-23. They led after 3, 42-34. And by outscoring General Johnnie Wilson in the fourth quarter, 18-14, they win it by the final of 60-48. You see both teams shaking hands there at midcourt. That's going to wrap it up for our 8th grade basketball, our coverage on WLCS TV 20. A lot of people to thank. I want to thank Bob Schlembacher back doing the camera work, all the hard work today. Appreciate the hard efforts of Bob Schlembacher. I want to thank Joe Bach for all of his help, and hopefully Joe will do it. And I believe with this game, it also wraps up our coverage of winter sports this season on WLCS TV 20. What a winter season it was that started way back in late November. Girls varsity basketball, boys varsity basketball. We had JV, freshmen, 7th and 8th grade, had wrestling, all kinds of winter sports on WLCS TV 20. Hope you were able to enjoy it at one point or another. For the season series, Longfellow now defeated General Johnnie Wilson 2 out of 3, including the last 2 games. So again, our final score today, it was Longfellow 60, General Johnnie Wilson 48. For Bob Schlembacher, this is Rob Polinsky saying, have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.